Waimangu Volcanic Valley looks peaceful today, but this entire landscape was created overnight in one of the most violent eruptions in New Zealand's history. On June 10, 1886, at 2 a.m., the ground didn't just shake, it exploded violently. And for over 3 hours, Mount Tarawera tore itself apart in one of New Zealand's most violent eruptions. It buried villages, it claimed over 120 lives, and it obliterated the eighth wonder of the world, the legendary pink and white terraces, which brought people to this area for centuries. From that destruction came creation. And today I'm taking you into the world's youngest geothermal ecosystem. This is a valley that literally did not exist 139 years ago. This is Waimangu Volcanic Valley, and we're doing the full experience. We're hiking to Frying Pan Lake, the largest hot spring on Earth, and then we're cruising across Lake Rotomahana, where those lost terraces now lie hidden beneath the water. And there are some amazing geothermal features on the lake. Now, before we head in, let's talk about something important and unusual if you're a traveler from the United States. Unlike the national parks, most of the geothermal areas around Rotorua, including this Waimangu Volcanic Valley, they sit on private land and are managed as paid experiences. The entry fee here is steeper than you might expect, but here's what you need to understand. This isn't just a ticket, it's a partnership. These lands are protected treasures, many under Maori guardianship. The fees fund active conservation of these fragile ecosystems and support the Maori tribes who've been connected to this land for generations. Without this model, places like Waimangu would either be overrun or destroyed or simply closed to visitors altogether. So yes, you're paying to enter, but you're also ensuring this living, breathing landscape survives for future generations. I am really looking forward to the tour today. We're going to be walking through the beautiful volcanic valley outside of Rotorua. And so I hope you come along with the hike today. We're also going to be taking a boat ride along a nearby lake. So let's see what kind of unique plants, animals, and volcanic features we can see today. This is the coldest morning we've experienced so far. It is in the mid-40s, I think, today, this morning. And everything's very moist. I saw a lot of ice crystals on these grassy, beautiful hills as we were driving out here. The hike starts with the gentle downward slope, and there are several overlooks onto the valley below. This first segment of the walk is about a half a mile down to Frying Pan Lake. You may notice several of these traps along the way. New Zealand has a nationwide effort to eradicate pests that threaten their native birds. You come here individually, you're going to buy an admission ticket, and you're going to have a self-guided tour with a map telling you what the sites are. But because I'm on a guided tour today, we have a personal tour guide that is pointing out all the features, the plants, the animals, all the special little things to look at, which makes it extra special.
Have a look at that cathedral. So this is called rangiora. Rangiora as a plant is all over the place. As we're walking through, you'll see it. Some of the leaves get up to big, like A4 size. To the Europeans, basically had two uses. Up until the 1970s, you could write a letter on the back of that, stick a postage stamp on it, and our post office would accept it as paper.
Wow.
Back in the start of our little colony, we're a bit short on resources, so we made do with what we had, and that was one of the things that we had, quite a leathery. Once it dries out, it goes flat. You can press it down.
That's cool.
The other one, other use it had was called Bushman's Friend. Bushman's Friend's basically if you were in need of some toilet paper and you didn't have any on you, this would be the bush you would go to. Obviously choosing the ones that are solid and not the one with all the holes in it.
The whole area is dotted with volcanic craters of various types, but the most famous is up ahead. Right here is Echo Crater, and it's actually the upper edge of Frying Pan Lake. All that steam rising is coming from dozens of vents and springs that feed it. Now, in addition to the significant volcanic eruption that made this valley the tallest geyser in human history also happened here. It erupted in this area between 1900 and 1904, and it became world famous for its power, danger, and unpredictability. People would come here from all over the world to watch the geyser explode. It erupted every 20 to 36 hours, and they would stand up here and view this spectacle. In comparison, Old Faithful is 130 feet. You can see just how large this is. Now we descend down the hill and the steam is starting to roll over us. He showed us the silver fern as well, which is the logo for the local rugby team. And all of our sports teams really show the symbol of the silver fern like this. If you missed it at the beginning of the video, this is the largest hot spring in the world. We are standing at the outlet of Frying Pan Lake. This is just stunning. And with the sun coming out, we feel very fortunate. The temperatures here in this water are between 50 and 60 degrees Celsius. That's 122 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And this lake did not exist until after the 1917 hydrothermal eruption. Now he said this flows even in a drought. It's also one of the most breathtaking spots here in the entire park. The vivid colors you see come from heat-loving bacteria and minerals that are thriving in this hot, acidic water. These young plants are a part of the remarkable regeneration that continues throughout the valley. Let's see, there we go. This is the orchids. And they even showed us one of the carnivorous plants here in New Zealand that eats the little ants. Earth Mother Spring, right here. "24/7. Now this is manuka right here that makes the manuka honey. And they say they're shorter because it's too hot for them to grow super big. And they also told us that they monitor this 24/7 to make sure it's safe for visitors because it's a dormant volcano. So they said on a scale of 1 to 5, if it gets up to a 2, they close it down and don't allow visitors. But I don't think that ever happens. It's considered dormant right now. It's kind of like a Wonderland. Inferno Crater, up these steps. Ooh, look at that little squirting out right there. Yeah. Inferno Crater is one of the highlights here because it's powered by a hidden geyser deep underground, and its water level rises and falls in a complicated 38-day cycle. On this day, the water level was a little low and there was quite a bit of steam, but depending on weather and its natural heating cycle, it can also look like this. All of that is manuka. Wow. So New Zealand is where you can get the best manuka honey. All of these are manuka trees.
So the original name of the white terraces was called Te Tarata. The Te Tarata translates to the tattooed rocks. So in Māori culture, when they do tāmoko, or that traditional tattooing, they do it all with curves and straight lines.
This follows all along the river here.
Because the whole thing started sliding.
Now this is one of those spots where the valley really shows off. Wow. colors in this area are so spectacular. Everyone that pays for the boat cruise on Lake Rotomahana will be picked up by the bus at the end of this hike. Next up is the boat cruise. I don't know what we're gonna see here, but I'm expecting some great features. Keep losing. It was a pretty cold day the morning we were there. They do provide blankets and some delicious kawa tea to keep everyone warm. You start the cruise admiring some of the wildlife and getting a good look at the volcanic crater that created this whole valley.
Now it's a bit tricky, but on the side there we can see a large indent on the side of the volcano. This is an area that exploded out, sending debris towards us and leaving the crater that's 500 meters wide and just under 500 meters deep.
The cruise then takes you along the shoreline where you can see geothermal features bubbling right into the lake. There's a pretty large variety of steam vents, hot springs, and colorful mineral formations. There's even a geyser that reliably goes off every 10 minutes, and don't worry, the boat will turn around and allow everyone to get a front row seat. Seeing these features along the water really gives you a whole different perspective on the landscape. I hope you enjoyed today's tour in the Waimangu Volcanic Valley. This exceeded my expectations by far, so I have more amazing adventures in New Zealand coming soon. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.